Hi, salam alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And as we wrap up for this week, I just wanted to continue to talking to the preachers, imams, the ministers, and all high-ranking officials that are warriors for God. And one of the things that is specific that sticks out in my mind is that when we cleanse ourselves, when we cleanse ourselves in the way that God intended us to cleanse ourselves, then we cleanse the people that is around us. And one of the reasons for this is that we may have had come in contact with women who were on their monthly cycle, who may have come onto their monthly cycle in the sanctuary, young women. So we need to know how to be able to cleanse that as people who are warriors for God, who work for God. So, you can go into Leviticus, into the Holy Bible, and it will tell you how to clean yourself if you have come in contact with women. And it said, I think it says, you shall be defiled until the end of the day, or till noon, or something like that. I think it's the end of the day. And anything that, and this is very specific to the ministers, the imams, and all those who are high-ranking officials, because, we have some of these women who don't want to discuss this part, and we have to be able to talk about this because we do not want to defile our temple and the holy temple of God, God's house, and other people who may have come in contact with women on their cycle. So I'm talking to the high-ranking officials of God right now. I'm talking to the imams, ministers, the preachers. I'm talking to the apostles right now, that to cleanse the temple, to cleanse the body. First of all, women that's on their cycle should not be allowed inside of the holy temple. If you come in contact with women that is on their cycle, they are unclean. And until their cycle goes off. And it says specifically 7 days. So those are a very profound how we should maintain God's house, and how should we maintain our own body. We have to take a bath, if we come in contact with women that's on their cycle. If they are on their cycle for 7 days, they're not clean until they are able to take a bath and their cycle goes off. Anything that she has touched, anything that she has sat on, anything that she has come in contact is also, if you sleep on the same bed as your wife and she's on her cycle, then you are also defiled for 7 days. You're unclean. So this is why I was saying to the men that they should know how to, maintain the children and do certain things for themselves and cook and clean. Because she's not supposed to touch anything, any food or anything, unless she just absolutely has to. Because anything that she touches becomes unclean during that time of her cycle, that time of her menses, that time of the month for a female. All females. Until they start going through menopause and they no longer have a cycle anymore, then all women that have a cycle is considered unclean to enter the house of God. She will defile the house of God. Any place that she sits in the house of God and she is on her cycle, if she just comes on her cycle, then that place has to be, it's defiled and it has to be clean. It's considered unclean until the end of the day. And in some cases, until the end of 7 days. So this is left up to the imams. This is left up to the the mothers of the church, those mothers, the pastors, the imams, the ministers, the apostles, is supposed to tell the holy mothers of the church, the ones who are carrying themselves right, the ones who are walking right, if a female, or that they should not enter God's house if they're on their cycle. If they just came on their cycle, they are to be escorted out of the church, the synagogue, wherever, the house of God. They are supposed to be escorted out of the sanctuary by the mothers of the church. And anything that they have touched, anything that they touch is unclean until the end of the day, or until it is purified by the imam, the preacher, or the minister or apostle that's running that sanctuary, that church, or that masjid. So that's why a lot of times it says that it is better for women to be at home. You know what I'm saying? And so we have some women that want to, rival what God is saying by saying that they can do this because society has told them that they can do this, and it's absolutely been falsified and untrue. And if you read your Bible in Leviticus, it will tell you the truth about how you're supposed to carry yourself in society when you are a female that is coming on her cycle, her monthly period. In the Holy Quran, it absolutely will tell you that it is better for women to worship at home. And if you're not on your cycle, then yes, you can go into the masjid, you can go into the holy places, but you must make sure. You must make sure not to defile God's holy place, his holy temple, and you must make sure that your temple that God has given you is not defiled. So these are some of the things that we should be explaining to the young women and the young men, especially those that are married with, women who are childbearing age, that have their monthly cycles. Not to go into holy places when they do that. And if any woman should think that, she can do such a thing and is rivaling what God has said and what God has sent down to her, then she is of the wrongdoer. She is on the wrong footing, and she should go back and ask for forgiveness. You should also understand how when those things have been done, that you have made a mistake and defile your temple, defile the holy temple of God, defile the sanctuary, the house of God. There are certain things that must go on when you do that. You have to go and fast for a number of days. And it gives you specifically in the Holy Quran the things that you should do if you cannot fast. So I just wanted to, give you the insights of why I was talking to the imams and some of the things that I know that I have to do, being a person, a high oracle. Any person that is a high-ranking official of God, then fasting and prayer is prescribed to purify the body, but there are other means that is necessary when you come in contact with women to purify the body and the temple of God. I'm High Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. Assalamu alaikum.